another chain. You know I got vices. South side with my queen, whip clean, spread my wings. But they ain't gon' like it. When Tide signed with the Vikings, the price on the bundle was spiking. Covered and strapped, I'm guided. That's not a weapon formed. A metal face meets corrupt. Tell me how does God mourn? Still can't tell.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video on today. This is the Keeping It Raw podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell so you'll be notified whenever we put up an upload. And without further ado, we got another show for you on today. We're going to talk about quarterback Jared Goff. And we're going to talk about the Detroit Lions possibly making it to the Super Bowl. Now, this is the only thing in my mind that Jared Goff really has to do is be able to get the Detroit Lions to the promised land. Be able to get the Lions into the Super Bowl. And this is a big thing for the Lions, man. I know the Lions are coming off a unique season last year, making it all the way to the championship game, only to be put out by the San Francisco 49ers and not making it to the Super Bowl. But definitely, man, the aspirations, being able to get this team there, I definitely think that if Jared Goff gets the Detroit Lions to the Super Bowl, and not only to the Super Bowl, but win it, the city of Detroit will erupt. Detroit Lions have been waiting for something like this for a very, very long time. To be able to have a quarterback, to be able to take them all the way, and not just going, but winning it all. And that's going to be the toughest thing, to replicate the same type of season that they had last year. No one expected the Detroit Lions to make it as far in the playoffs as they did. I mean, Detroit was rocking last year in the postseason. That was the first time that the Detroit Lions have ever had a postseason game at Ford Field, which you love, man. The Lions are currently 2-0 in the playoffs at Ford Field. So you love it. You definitely love it, but you want to see the growth and the success with Jared Goff. And the only thing for Jared Goff to do, because he is a veteran quarterback, the only thing is to go out there and win a Super Bowl for the Detroit Lions. Now, it wouldn't be bad to be back-to-back division champions. That would not be bad at all, to get the title back-to-back in the North. And that's not going to be easy to do. We know that the Bears upgraded their roster a little bit. We don't know what type of quarterback Caleb Williams is going to be, but if he has any type of season that C.J. Stroud had last year for the Houston Texans, man, you just got to keep your eyes on Caleb Williams, because he has all the weapons. And you thought that they would have did that for Justin Fields. I still got a lot of respect for Justin Fields' game, and I don't think that he's a bad quarterback. I just think that he was put in a different situation, and they didn't really do the things for him that they're doing for Caleb Williams now. And the Bears recognize that they made a lot of mistakes as far as not being able to put the talent around Justin Fields. But, we'll eventually see Fields back on the field soon. I know he's playing with the Steelers, and he's going to be backing up on Russell Wilson. But we'll see how that goes, man. If Russ doesn't play well, then eventually Justin Fields will be back on the field, man, back on that gridiron. So we'll see with that. But Jared Goff, man, the only thing that really matters is being able to go to the Super Bowl and winning it. He's already been to the Super Bowl once. He did not win it, and I know that that's something that he wants to do. He's already a perennial Pro Bowler, and sometimes all the accolades in the world doesn't mean everything when you really, really want to be a champion and you really want to be able to taste the victory of being able to win a Super Bowl. So if Goff ends up winning a Super Bowl in Detroit, like I said, guys, the city of Detroit is going to erupt, because they've been waiting for this for a very, very long time. You thought that they was going to get it out of Matthew Stafford, but Stafford was not able to take the Lions as far as Goff has been able to take this team. And you thought that with the talent that Stafford had when he was on the team, that he would be able to do it, but he ended up going to the Rams and being able to win it with them. And, it's all good. It's no hatred towards Matthew Stafford. He wanted to get traded, and you recognize that, you had to let go of a quarterback that just wasn't getting it done in Detroit. And in a few seasons that Jared Goff has been there, he has played well. He has been a phenomenal quarterback. You cannot take it away from him. He's been doing everything he needs to do to earn that paycheck. And Goff, man, that's the only thing I see for Goff, man. It's only one goal for Jared Goff, and that's to be able to get the Detroit Lions to the Super Bowl. And it's going to be tough in year two trying to get this team to be the same type of team that it was last year, but even better, because you got to be even better to win a Super Bowl or even go to the Super Bowl. You got to be better than what you were last year, and the schedule is going to be tough. It's the NFL, man. You got to learn how to beat the teams that nobody expects you to beat. That's the biggest thing with the Detroit Lions. You have to go into the season beating the teams that nobody expects for you to beat. And even if you got to beat these guys on the road, you got to beat them on the road. You got to find ways to be a juggernaut, because I know that that's what Detroit is wanting to build, a juggernaut. I know that's what Brad Holmes has his sight on, building a juggernaut in Detroit, because let's face it, Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes have been able to turn this franchise around within a few seasons, and that's wonderful. That is a great thing. But the biggest thing for Jared Goff now is to set your eyes on the promised land and being able to get there and win it, because you just don't want to get there and then you lose in the big game. You want to find a way to walk away a champion. And at the end of the day, I think that's the only thing that's probably on Jared Goff's mind, is winning the Super Bowl. And I think that that's on the rest of the Detroit Lions players, is being able to get in the Super Bowl game and winning it all. So, man, definitely, man, I would love to see if the Lions are able to win back-to-back division titles. That would be awesome for this franchise, for a franchise that was not relevant, and a lot of people didn't consider Detroit Lions anything, and let alone being able to get any free agents to come to Detroit. But now Detroit is a destination where you can come to and really, really do your thing. So, hopefully, everything aligns with the Lions this season, and the Lions are able to make it into the postseason and eventually to be able to play for that Lombardi and walk away with it. Because I know that at the end of the day, that's the only thing, and that's the only goal that you really want to set out for yourself. So if you're Jared Goff, you want to be able to get the Detroit Lions to the postseason, and you want to be able to eventually win the big game. It's tough with guys like Patrick Mahomes being in the league, and Patrick Mahomes really taking off, just like Tom Brady dominated for those years. Now you got Kansas City dominating the NFL now. And it's going to be tough, man, to win that championship. It's going to be really, really tough. You got up-and-comers like the Houston Texans trying to be a little bit better this season. The Baltimore Ravens are going to still be a good football team. So there's going to be good teams that you would have to face if you was able to make it all the way to the big dance. So I know that this is the only thing that got to be on the Detroit Lions' mind in 2024, is being able to be a playoff team, being able to try to get a back-to-back run on being able to get that title again, at NFC North title. And then not only that, getting into the postseason and dominating it again. No matter if you win by 1 point, no matter what you win by, you just want to get into the postseason so that you'll be able to have the same type of season that you had last year, but you'll be able to walk away with that championship. So at the end of the day, for Jared Goff, there's nothing else that he probably would rather do, is to win the championship for the Detroit Lions. And if he's able to do that, man, it's going to be statues. It's going to be all kind of things for Jared Goff, because no one has ever been able to take the Detroit Lions all the way to the big dance. There's no other quarterback that this team has ever had that have ever gotten them this far. So, what Jared Goff, the task that's at hand is for this team to be a complete team, for this team to be consistent. If you want to be the best, you got to be consistent year in and year out. And I think that that's something that Jared Goff is going to have to keep in the back of his mind, just being consistent and going out there doing the things that he needs to do to be the quarterback that he needs to be in 2024 for the Detroit Lions. All right, guys, leave it in the comment section. Do you think that Jared Goff has what it takes to win the big dance and bring the title home in Detroit? I'm out of here. Peace.
leather chain. You know I got vices. Southside with my queen, whip clean, spread my wings. But they ain't gon' like it. When Tide signed with the Vikings, the price on the bundle was spiking. Covered and strapped, I'm guided. There's not a weapon formed, a metal face meets corrupt. Tell me how does God mourn? Still can't tell the difference from a rose and a thorn. Cop the whole chicken, move the digits down that horn. It ain't feel like this before. Go ahead, let them pillage. Bite the hand that fed them, now it look like I'm tripping. Put up O2 Shack numbers in the Dimick. Left Hayward in the Civic. Yes, I'm Diesel on the block with this pivot, but I'm talking physics. Complete the sentence, no testimony. The speed